Hi, I'm Doug.
And I'm Cathy. And Maggie Mae's over on the couch.
Join us as we follow the moon. Well, we told you we were planning a trip to the home of Tiffin Motorhomes, Red Bay, Alabama, coming up. And we have been to Red Bay, and we want to show you, first of all, why we went there. And then second, what we had done for renovations around our home.
Come along.
Now, this is what brought us here. When we bought the coach, we knew we were going to have upholstery done because the pleather was starting to flake. It's flex steel furniture. Tiffin and every other company out there that used flex steel was known to have issues with this around the age of our coach.
As I came up through the stairs, I literally closed my eyes. I didn't want to see it. I knew it was going to take some work to clean up.
We had some clutter up there around the dash. We wanted to get that organized. Here is more of the flaking pleather on the edges of the dinette.
And there's Maggie.
She makes her rounds. And then the sofa itself, it's a large 4-cushion sofa. And a couple of the cushions weren't too bad, but a couple of them were really bad.
And it did seem like once they get to a certain stage, they go pretty quick, so it grew.
It did. This is also in our kitchen. We had a gas oven, propane oven that we never used, in addition to a propane cooktop that we have never used, either one of them. And the carpet was very soiled when we got it. The dealership where we got it, every time you went there was greasy footprints on the floor from their shop. They changed out the propane detector. That carpet was ruined just from that. It was soiled across in front of the sofa.
Pretty gross.
And then the slide out where it transitions between the bathroom and the bedroom had pulled apart. The kitchen faucet had a mind of its own. You couldn't control which side of the sink it was going to dispense water on, so it was time for a replacement. And Cathy had one drawer in the bedroom that as she shuts this, you'll see the drawer is like deformed, it's bent, warped. So we had those things to get taken care of. One other thing we had was a shower that wasn't draining well and got progressively worse, but we'll get to that one a little bit later. We went to Waylon, Burroughs, which is 10 miles over into Mississippi from Red Bay. And on the first day by 10:30 in the morning, this is what the inside of our coach looked like. If you don't want to give up all your furniture, he will take it out piece by piece and replace it. We just wanted it out of there, be done with it. So within the first two and a half hours of work on our first full day, our furniture was already stripped. Our camp chairs were in there that night, and Cathy and Maggie were on the love seat, and I had the chair over there to continue editing, so the world was good.
That's right.
The second day, they came in and took the doghouse off the front where our engine cover is and brought it back in, all carpeted. The passenger side carpeting was up there. Had to finish up the driver's side, but that came, I think, the next day. I also had made a run to the Tiffin parts store and got extra keys that I wanted, a couple of lights that I wanted, vacuum bags for the central vac, all sorts of little necessities.
That's right.
Day 3, the carpet is out of the slide in addition to the sleeper mattress that was in the sofa. And the carpet's coming up on the passenger side. All that under the kitchen cabinets has got to be cut around, but they cut around it very carefully so that they've got a good pattern.
That's right.
So a little bit later that day, the carpet came in for the passenger slide, and we just at that point set the sofa in there to start putting it back together. Now the arms are on it.
It's amazing how quickly this all went.
Absolutely.
And there it is.
And there it is. It's not anchored down yet, and we'll show you why in a moment. But the sofa's all in, so that evening we had a very comfortable place. Now the carpet's also in that same day, down the passenger side, under where the dinette's going to be and along in front of the kitchen. And you can also see the carpet there under the steering wheel, under the driver's area. So right now, after 3 days, the place is starting to look pretty good. Day 4, that morning, first thing, in comes the dinette. And now it's starting to look like home again. And if you can tell, we did change colors. We went with a color of a really good product that almost matched what we had in the red. It's a little bit lighter color than the brown sugar color that was in here before, and really lightened the place up.
Made it look a lot bigger too.
Absolutely. Captain's chairs were done beautifully, and we also had seat heaters put in them.
Whee!
Yeah. So especially when your backs are tired, the seats are nice and warm. We also put a little ledge at the back of the sofa before they anchored it down. So if somebody wants to get up there and lay in the sun, they can do that.
I've been up there a couple times already.
Now, day 5, the end of the first week on Friday, Cody is working hard at this. He's got the cabinet made for in the front. He's building the box for the dishwasher, the new matching countertop for the induction cooktop, and that's what it looks like, all finished up like it's always been there.
Oh, it looks like jewelry.
The piece he made for the front brought in again matching countertop with the cup holders there in the side.
This is one of my favorite things.
You've got a drawer there for storage, so no more clutter. And then that is a locking pull-out table. So you can use that while you're going down the road, or if you turn your seats around and use them for your area there, you can use that as a table. He made a nice little piece of wood and anchored in the drawer there, so it's no longer bowed. Did a beautiful job on all of the woodwork and cabinetry. And Waylon came back in and had a floor mat made for us for the passenger foot area, as well as an extra mat, all bound and everything, to go under the dinette, so if you have a spill, it doesn't ruin the carpet itself. We also had the faucet in, and that's a faucet like what we had in the red. They discontinued the one we had, so we got an upgraded faucet. Now, starting off the next week, on day 6 on Monday, you'll see that plain cabinet door. Couldn't have a plain cabinet door.
That's right.
So Bob Tiffin, we did the factory tour. He signed the door for us, and that's now in our kitchen. Even dated it. Day 7 started off with a dirty coach. And when you need your coach cleaned, to me, there's only one place to go. I know there's a couple people in the area that do it, but we went to Fowler Detailing, where we had been before. And April Fowler used to just have a mobile service. She's got a beautiful 3-bay shop now, and it's a lot better all the way around. They've even got the cabling above, so when they send them up to work on the roof and clean the roof, they're tethered up there, so it's a lot safer for their workers this way too.
Plus, it was actually raining outside, so they were able to do it while it rained.
That's right, and it was dried off by the time we left, so we got to drive it home clean. We had just April doing this, but she also does do the Happy Host Concierge service, that if you are coming to Red Bay and you don't want to bother figuring out how to schedule everybody yourself, this is her beautiful waiting area. But she will go through and schedule the different workers for you at the different times, so you don't even have to worry about it. Up at the top, there's always been scratches, especially in that dark color you see it. And she was explaining to me they're not really scratches, they were the primer, when the coach was in gray before it was painted, wasn't sanded out properly. So they went through and they buffed out some of the burgundy on this, and it looks like glass. They also hand waxed the entire coach. Look at that.
It's
There's not a
beautiful.
scratch in there.
Yeah.
And same with the driver's side. So it's kind of gotten me the bug to do the full paint correction and ceramic coating maybe on the next trip. But for right now, that hand wax job, the wheels, everything was beautiful. She also has one other service that you don't find every day, and that's a 4-wheel, 4-corner way. And she'll give you the sheet that tells you what each wheel is carrying weight-wise that way before you leave. But she does a beautiful job. Well, now we are going to the Bob Tiffin Service Center. This starts on the second week on Wednesday, day 8. If you haven't been to the service center before, you drive through the Bob Tiffin campground there. They had called us the day before and said, be here at 7 o'clock in the morning at Bay 14. We pulled up to Bay 14 right at 7 o'clock. The door goes up and they are off to work. Now, they have a strict no camera policy, so we can't show you any of the repair, but they did put in a new HEPFO valve underneath the shower. Took them a half hour, it was done. Also replaced a blinking LED that we had in the bathroom and put a new USB outlet in at the dinette for us. And on day 9, on Thursday, we went to Safety Plus, which is out near the service center. And we don't have the Safety Plus upgrades to the steering and suspension on our coach, but we did come here because they do chassis service, oil changes, generator service, and it was time for an oil change and a generator service. So they had us in and out in about an hour and a half, did a wonderful job, and no issues. No issues are always the best.
That's right.
They drove the coach inside the building, and they do have ramps that are made to the floor in there that they drive it up on. These are some of the suspension products and things that they're known for that they do offer. And a beautiful waiting area.
Yes, it is.
Well, this is the part where I always, Cathy, what did you think of? But what did you think of not only our experience in Red Bay, but what the end result is?
The process was surprisingly just fast. It was easy. There was not a lot of intrusion, but it was, it went really fast. We were amazed at that.
Yeah.
And the results, it's like being in our red, as far as that goes. I mean, it is just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the color changes that we did, we had the off-white leather in our red, and we liked that, so we kind of decided halfway through the process of don't duplicate the brown sugar color that was in here before, do something different.
That's right.
And it lightened it up, it made it look larger in
It does
here.
look bigger, yeah. More
And
airy and just elegant.
I can't brag the people of Red Bay up enough. They are so great to work with. They are so accommodating and the most mannerly bunch of,
I was going to say the super polite. I mean,
everything's yes sir, yes ma'am.
Yeah.
And but the craftsmen that we used, including the ones from Bob Tiffin Service Center, everybody did a great job, treated us extremely fairly, and again, anybody that you saw in the video today, I would highly recommend not just if you have a Tiffin, but if you want to have some custom work done on your coach. These guys are all gearing up because of the Integral lineup coming into production in Red Bay. So they're having to go to new colors and new finishes, and they're all getting geared up for that. Plus, they're already doing work on a lot of other rigs. We've seen travel trailers, we saw Fleetwood, we've seen several other brands of coaches here in town getting things done to them.
And they truly treat you like family.
Very much. Very much. So it was almost like coming home, you know?
That's right.
So with that, if you've enjoyed the video today, leave us a thumbs up. We sure appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, watch for the little dot up in this corner at the end. If you tap that, ring the notification bell, you'll know when every one of our videos come out.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.